Hi everyone, welcome back to Liars Academy. My name is Layo, the founder of Liars Academy. I do hope you've been enjoying my previous video. If you have been enjoying my videos and you are yet to subscribe to my YouTube channel, you are definitely wrong. Please click the link above and subscribe to my channel. Today, I am going to be discussing a topic that a lot of people are curious about, a real day in the life of an IT auditor. Many people actually hear about IT audit as a career, but very, very few people actually understand what IT auditors do on a daily basis. Some people would wonder, do they sit in meetings all day? Do they review systems? Are they doing any technical work or business work? In this video, I will walk you through what a real day in the life of an IT auditor looks like, especially from my experience working in a big four environment. By the end of this video, you will clearly understand what the work actually involves and why this career path is so valuable. First of all, let us understand the role of an IT auditor. If you have watched my previous videos, I have explained who an IT auditor is and what kind of jobs we do as IT auditor. However, before we talk about the daily activities again today, it is very important to understand the purpose of IT audit. A lot of organizations rely heavily on technology systems to actually process their financial transactions, their business operations, to store their data. So, because of this, companies must ensure that those systems are properly controlled and secure. IT auditors are actually the one who help organizations to evaluate whether the controls around their systems are designed properly and also to ensure they are working effectively. So the job is really about understanding systems, being able to identify risk, and testing whether controls in place actually reduce or mitigate those risks. So how does the day begin? How does the day of an IT auditor usually start? A typical day in IT audits would usually start by reviewing your emails and checking updates from your audit team. Because most IT audit work is done as part of a team, it's usually a team work. There is usually constant communication between team members, between managers and stakeholders, different stakeholders. So, as part of your first duty is for you to go through your emails, check the emails that have been sent, check your calendar to know what meetings you will be having for the day. You might actually have a task list or maybe a tracker. So you want to go into your tracker to review your task list for the day. You want to check the audit plan. You want to check what controls are due or what testings are due that you would be working on. For example, probably you might have been assigned to test access management controls or change management controls for a particular client or for a particular application. So you need to understand your assigned task, and then you can start there, probably beginning to request evidence from the client or from the control owner or control operator. Once you understand that, you can move to the next thing, which is walkthrough meetings, meeting with clients, meeting with stakeholders, meeting with process owners. That is another very important part of the day. Those kind of meetings are usually called walkthroughs. So doing a walkthrough, what are you actually doing? You as an IT auditor, you'll be meeting with system owners or IT personnel to actually understand how their system works or how their process or a specific process works. For example, if you're testing user access control, you may ask the control owner or the stakeholder to demonstrate how access is requested. What is the trigger? Can you show me the ticket, request ticket? Who is approving it? What is the workflow for approval? How is it provisioned? Okay. So one thing you should also take note of during your walkthrough, you should be taking notes. I normally use OneNote for taking notes, but you could use anything you like. You could use Word document because you need to take notes during walkthrough. This information is going to help you understand your control design before you begin testing. And then going to the main thing, testing controls. Once you have an understanding of the process, the next thing is a control testing. And this is where the real audit work happens. You would usually receive evidence such as access report, change tickets, approval records, system logs. And then your job is to review those evidence carefully to be able to determine or reach a conclusion as to whether the control is working effectively or working properly. For example, again, using access control, you're checking the evidence to see, was the access approved before it was granted? Was the change tested before it was deployed? Was access removed in a timely manner after termination or when an employee left the company? If everything looks good, you document, your conclusions or your results. If something is missing or incorrect, you also document it as an exception. Okay, so that is basically what you're doing. Some of the controls could be tested using tools or the board, Archer, SA Archer, or some inbuilt systems that the organization has. While some companies use tools, some use, simply Excel for documenting their control testing. So yeah, these are the examples of controls testing I just went through. Was access approved? Was changes tested before deployment? Or was access removed for termination? And then documenting your work as an IT auditor. Documentation is very, very important. That's one thing that a lot of people don't realize. It is a very, very important part of IT audit. After you review your evidence, you must clearly document in a clear manner, such as when a third party picks up your documentation, your work paper, they can easily interpret and read what you have written. Okay, your documentation would include what control you tested, what evidence you reviewed, what conclusion you reached. And your documentation would usually be stored in audit work papers, like I said, even though there are some organizations that have different tools for the end to end process of control testing. And then your work papers, once you document in your work papers, they are usually reviewed by seniors or by managers to confirm that the testing you did was done accurately. Good documentation is a key skill, a very key skill every IT auditor must develop. Okay. And then communicating with the team throughout the day. There's also regular communication with your team. You may check in whether your seniors you may check in with your seniors to discuss if you have clarifying, questions around the documentation you are doing. Please, 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 as a junior IT auditor, do not leave your questions pending. Make sure you check with your senior, with your lead, with your manager if you come across any obstacle or anything that is not clear. Most audit works are timely, like there's a time frame for it. So if you are sitting on evidence because you are not clear on it, you might disrupt the timeline of delivery of that audit work paper. So during the day, you are collaborating with your senior. If you have issues, you are raising it in a timely manner. Okay, and then your seniors or manager would be able to help you determine, what issue you have. Maybe it's a control weakness, maybe it's a gap, maybe it's just simply a documentation that is missing, and they can help you escalate and get it resolved. The collaboration between you and the team, your seniors, your manager, is a very, very important part of the learning process, especially as a junior auditor or early in your career, like I mentioned. And then wrapping up the day, at the end of the day, you usually would review the progress you made on your assigned testing areas. You may want to update your work paper, send follow up for evidence requests, reschedule walkthroughs or schedule new walkthroughs, prepare questions you have for your team for the next team meeting. And then over time, as you gain experience, you begin to recognize patterns and be able to understand the system controls more deeply. And that is when you start feeling like an IT auditor. That is when IT audit begins to feel very structured and logical for you. As my closing thoughts for today, I would like you to know that IT audit may sound complex at first, but when you understand the process, it becomes very structured. Once you can understand systems, you can identify risk, you can test controls, and you can document your conclusions. IT audit is going to feel more structured for you. And with time and experience, you're going to become more confident in evaluating how IT actually supports business operations. If you are exploring IT audit as a career and want a structured way to learn the fundamentals, I teach this concept step by step inside my IT audit fundamentals training and my IT audit fundamentals guide with 5 practical workbooks. You can visit my website to learn more about the training and see reviews from previous participants. I hope you had a new knowledge or you gained a new knowledge from today's teaching. If you want clarity, please subscribe to my channel and check out my website for more details and also for free resources that can help you get started on your journey to become an IT auditor. Thank you. My name is Layo. Have a very pleasant day.